What's up, boys and girls, how are you? Your sensei senpai Toby here. How you doing? So I'm bringing you another video, 363 Cow King runs. Oh, and some of this footage is so old, you can actually see me play my now dead level 96 sorceress. Oh my god, it's so fun to be forced to remember that character. Yay me. You're probably wondering, why 363 runs? Well, sit back, relax, because it's a long story. That would be because that's how long it took me to get all 3 Cow King set items. End of story. Cool, eh? So I was running pretty bad on luck, because the hardest part of the Cow King set is the helmet, which should drop in 204 runs in hell difficulty, on average. And I had to do almost twice as many runs. But I really wanted to cross off some of the easy to find items of my Holy Grail list, so I didn't have much of a choice. After completing these runs and completing the Cow King set, I'm finally down to 27 items only in my Holy Grail list. I'm so excited! Most of them are elites, basically the really hard to find stuff like Tyrael's Might, Cranium Basher, Mang Songs, and so on. Apart from that, I suppose it's worth mentioning why you should be running Cow King in general, and the reason is similar to why you should run Summoner, if anyone remembers that video. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the link should be at the top right corner to the 1000 Summoner runs video. Anyway, the reason is, there is no reason. Cow King sucks. Here's a couple of useful items he can drop along with the odds. Shaco, 1 in 48,000. Compared to Mephisto, who has 1 in 600. Viper Magi, 1 in 37,000. Mephisto once again is in hundreds, 1 in 500. So yeah, this guy blows when it comes to drops. He's also pretty hard to kill since cows hit like angry bulls. Get it? Cows? Bulls? There has to be a joke here somewhere. No? Alright, fuck it, have some titties instead. Anyway, enough of the rambling, let's get into the drops. In terms of good drops, the first 50 runs were as dry as my wife when she's watching me make these videos. But at run 62 I finally drop a decent small charm, magic find and attack rating. Too bad it's not resistances, but at this point I'll take all the 7% magic finds I can find. On the very same run, I actually dropped probably the best item out of all these runs, which is a giant skull. Unfortunately, it rolls only one socket. 70 runs in, Cow King drops a unique amulet. But of course, it's no Kazans. It took me over 100 runs to drop the first Cow King set item, which is the armor. Next up, 50 runs later, is another Cow King piece, which is the helmet. So far actually running way above expected luck, which is always nice. A couple of runs later I find Guardian Angel, a pretty good find considering I'm running Cow King. And then 2 runs later, Cow King dropped Bird Tux, another pretty good item. So at this point I'm 180 runs in, I have already found the hardest piece of the set, which is the helmet, and only boots are left. My sorceress I was using for hell magic finding is now dead while I was taking a break from these runs, so I decided to switch to normal difficulty because that's where those boots drop far more frequently, which is 1 in 70 runs instead of 1 in 300 runs in hell difficulty. I also figured I still need the standard set helm for my Holy Grail, and Cow King is an awesome place to get it with the odds of 1 in 500. And yeah, the hunt for said item continues. 188 runs in, I find Pelta Lunata and Fell Oak of Rakanishu, which are crappy items and easy to get, but oftentimes these are the items a lot of Holy Grails are missing, just because they barely ever drop in level 85 areas. So yeah, thought I'd mention them real quick. Next, over 50 runs go without a single drop, but then another Cow King armor drops, which I already have, and I'm not sure why I'm showing it. But then 20 runs later, Cow King drops a set helmet, which is the Sanders one. That's off the Holy Grail finally. 250 runs in, I drop set boots. And of course they're Sanders. 308 runs in, a pair of set boots, and this time it's Of course it's standard boots, what did you expect? Anyway, 335 runs in, Cow King's armor, and 2 runs later an actually surprisingly decent drop, which is Tarn Helm. It's quite good for a beginner magic finding character. And finally we're at the finish line of the video, so 363 runs in, Cow King drops another pair of said boots, and it's finally the freaking Cow King hooves. Hooray! I mean, hooray! Was that too much? You know, it was a pretty horrible experience, and I think in the future I'd rather do 363 runs of Maggot Lair with a sorceress than farm Cow King. At least Maggot Lair drops me Sirs and Death Cleavers, but that just might be me. So with that in mind, I don't have any other X runs of any area videos planned. So here's my question to you folks, my loyal subscribers who managed to get through this entire video as boring as it might have been. What do you think is a really fun area to farm, ignoring how good the drops can be? I might just pick one of those locations for my next X runs video. Go nuts, go wild, let me know what you think. And with that said, my job here is done. Please subscribe, become Patreons, like and share, spread the word. Thank you in advance. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and see you folks in my next video or stream. Cheers! Hey, this sounds just like you smashing that subscribe button after seeing this video.